It's Ronnie, and welcome to Pinkfresh Fridays, where we'll all be using our Pinkfresh to create our layouts. And it is hosted by Joanne Bartel. Plus, it is also Scraptember, which is hosted by the Scrappy Sisters and Laura Alberts. And each day has a prompt, and it is for the whole month of September. And today's prompt is background paper that's patterned. That's it. I'll be scrapping this photo of my brother, and it's quite a few years old because he is older now. I am going to use that paper roses HUD dye, and then everything else, of course, is Pinkfresh. I will have Simply the Best, um, Good Times, and Life Right Now. But I think most of it is the maybe Good Times. And I'm going to use a scrap of green pattern vellum. It's got leaves on it. However, the scrap would be hard to tell it had leaves on it. Um, but yeah, I'm showing, I think there's only one thing I showed that I didn't actually end up using. I did fussy cut a bunch of those leaves out. So instead of flowers on my layout, I will have colorful leaves. I'm going to make a banner out of this piece of paper, and it is from Simply the Best. It's like my favorite paper in there. So I do have extra, and I'm just going to line it up with that pattern paper in the background. Like I said, I fussy cut out a bunch of those leaves, and then I picked out some things I thought I might want to use on this layout. I am not going to use them all, but I am going to use several. I had a hard time deciding how I wanted to put that tag. It has words at the bottom. I guess I could have cut them off. I didn't think about that till just now. But I decided to go ahead and just make it snug up to the left-hand side. And so my layout's kind of going diagonally across there. It's just not going from corner to corner. I am going to use 3 tags on this layout. The Simply the Best has a lot of tags in there and lots to choose from. And if you all noticed, I am not going to be using that punch to make my reinforcer. There's a piece missing. There's a black piece that goes underneath the part you push down. And I emptied it after the last time I used it. No telling where it's at. It was not in the drawer that I looked in that I pulled this out of. I hope I didn't throw it away thinking, what in the world does that go to? We will see. Anyway, it does not work without it. Hopefully it just ended up in a different drawer. But I wanted the reinforcers to reflect the orange color. It's in the mats behind the photo. And I did gut the mats out of there so that I would be able to use them for different parts. And I went ahead and laid a couple of more scraps over there because I thought, well, I might need them for a banner, or, I knew I'd need them for layering somehow or another, which I layered that reinforcer. And since it's been so long since I used 2 punches to punch out my reinforcer, they're kind of wonky, but that's okay. It shows I did them homemade. I cut out 2 of this HUD dye, and I'm going to be cutting it apart and putting it in a few different places. I figured since I'm not going to have flowers, even though my leaves are colorful, that I wanted to add a little something. So, this is kind of more masculine looking, so I am going to cut it apart and put it in a few places on my layout. And I did use cardstock for them. I picked one that matched one of the lines in that pattern paper that I love so much. That's from Simply the Best. And it is a really old cardstock. So you might notice it looks kind of on the thin side, but it works for layering. I'm trying to decide how I want to layer these tags and put them on here with that HUD. And I knew I wanted to use a frame. And the frame I'm using is made out of the same paper that one tag over by the photo is. So I'd have the frame on one and the tag on the other one. But I wanted to add a little more green, like I don't have enough, I'm sure. to that cluster up there. So I pulled out that scrap of, well, it has leaves and I'm thinking branches on there. And I just cut a chunk out of it. It's not all there anymore. I've cut a few chunks out of it, but it's just going to go on there so my HUD will still show through it. I'm putting foam tape behind my frame so it'll stand up a little bit. And then I'm going to add some leaves and a branch to it. So not all of it will show, but you can still see the HUD if you're looking at the layout. And I'm going to put one of the, well, it's a circle one, on a little bit crooked. And I looked at that layout when I took the photos and didn't notice it. But sitting here, I did, so I straightened it a while ago. Super easy to straighten. Apparently, the foam tape I've got behind it wasn't that sticky. So hopefully it'll stay. I won't find it in the bottom of the sleeves at one point. Since it is gray and that frame's gray, I added a circle behind it of that blue polka dot paper that is behind the photo. And I used a 1 3/4 inch punch, which you see over there to the right. And of course my Martha Stewart pine branch punch is there, and I am going to be using it. Like I said, I forgot to show them off. I'm using some ink that my friend Colleen gave me. It's called Branch Brown. So I'm using it on a branch. I thought, well, that'll work pretty good. I didn't want it all exactly the same color, and so some of it looked darker, aged a little bit, and then just kind of tuck my leaves in around that circle. But while I am tucking in some leaves and a couple of acorns and the branches, I want to mention that down there below you'll find the links to everybody that's doing the Pinkfresh Friday. So lots of Pinkfresh ideas down there. And also you will find everybody that's doing Scraptember. Well, you'll find a playlist down there, and you click on it and you'll get to find all the videos from the whole month for Scraptember. So there is plenty of inspiration down there. Just give it a few clicks. As I said, my photo is of my brother. My son called wanting a picture of him and his grandmother. And so I was looking, well, my mom. And I was looking, and I seen this picture, and I thought, well, I've never scrapped it. So I pulled it out and used it for today's layout. Now, this is his wedding day. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to ask him when they come over, but I am pretty sure it's from his wedding day. And you can tell it's old because he has got a corduroy. Yeah, a corduroy. At least it looks like it to me. Suit on, and yeah, it looks like corduroy. No matter how many times I look at it, it looks like corduroy. So it's from a very long time ago. His hair is gray now, and he has no mustache. So yeah, it's been a while. And I added a little ticket there on top of that empty white space on that tag. And then I decided I needed a little bit more of that HUD on here, so I am clipping it apart. And I did cut out two just in case I wanted more, because y'all know I like more. And so it's a good thing I did, because more is going on there now. If y'all notice, my scissors are the Tim Holtz, I believe 4-inch scissors. And I got them because my thumb has been really bugging me. And I thought, well, they're softer handled from what I hear. And it has really helped. I love those Cutter B ones, and they cut really good. And I've had them, well, ever since I started scrapbooking one pair. But, I got like 3 now because I misplaced them. I'd have to get some more. Well, I'm not as happy with the cutting because I hear the serrated edge. Of course, if you turn it over, you hear it less. The side that don't have Tim Holtz on it, you hear it less, and it cut the serrated quite as much. Or I'm getting used to one. I don't know. One or the other. But it's really helped my thumb. Now, if I could just figure out something to do with the glue bottle, because if I use the glue bottle very much, it hurts. Yeah, it hurts too. But It's not going to stop me from scrapping. I might scrap less, but it's not going to stop me. But that's it. That's my layout. And of course, I had fun making it. And my title is Finding Time to Chill Out. He was just sitting there waiting. And yeah, good time to take a photo. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all for watching my video today. I really appreciate that too. And I'd appreciate it if you check the links out in there below out and watch a few of, well, all of everybody else's. Of course, it might be kind of hard on the playlist because, like I said, it's been going on all month long. So lots of fun and inspiring videos to watch. But have a happy scrappy week. Have fun on the hops. Bye.